Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Holistic Human Optimization Show. I am your host, Ronnie Landis, and today I am joined by an incredible human being, someone that I consider a very good friend, an older brother, and a direct mentor, and really an individual that out of every single person that I've ever learned from in the last 10 years of being on my optimizational journey in the health and nutrition world, this is one of the top three people that I attribute, whether it's my personal knowledge, my perspectives on different things relating to health optimization, or even life and the interdimensionality of life and everything that I've really been exposed to and gone down many different rabbit holes, I have to attribute to this individual very much largely. And I have just the utmost respect. It's a deep, deep level of respect that goes beyond status. It goes beyond surface. It's really like this. I consider this individual a soul brother of mine and also a mentor and a guide. And his name is Dr. Robert Cassar. And I've had Dr. Cassar on when this podcast first started about 2 years ago. It's episode 17. And I was re-listening to that conversation that we had all that time back. And I was blown away. I hadn't listened to that in a good year and a half. And I was in the gym this morning listening to it. And I lit up like a Christmas tree. I was like, whoa, this is one of the best conversations that's ever been recorded. So I'm super giddy about having you on and being able to dive deeper into the rabbit hole.
And thank you for, of course, inviting me. We tried this last time, but we got a 2-hour conversation, me and you, about an hour and a half, which was just between you and me, not to talk about here. And it wasn't anything that, of course, was weird. No, we're just talking beyond social media, beyond, of course, a lot of layers that is, I don't know, sometimes forbidden to speak about only because we're looking into the problem, not looking at the problem. No, we're looking into it to see if there's a solution. That's game. So I see you as a big brother too, okay? And a little brother. Is why? Because you have the wisdom of a big brother and you're just a youngin'. Okay? And I've known you now, what? 10 years probably.
Yeah, it's been some time, hasn't it?
Well, since the Raw Spirit Festival, I think at Westlake Village.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And of course, have we both grown a lot since then?
In every single way a human being can grow.
Like you said, down the rabbit hole. How far does the rabbit hole go? How much courage do you have and how hard do you want to work at it? And when you do go down the rabbit hole, what you gonna do about it now? Why? Because now your consciousness is different, okay? Which means you have another person. And if you have another person inside you, that means that maybe all your friends, family, relationships don't see you as the old Ronnie anymore. Whoa, I don't see you as the old Robert or Robbie, okay, or whoever you used to be. But a person's still in there, okay? How many lives? Just think about it for a sec, because I did a Facebook Live yesterday, okay? 57 years of breathing. And I had to just look back and reflect back. Has my journey been worthy? Okay? Has my journey been worthy since I'm breathing 25,920 breaths a day? And I showed you how to figure this out, guys. Multiplied by 365 times your age. And mine's 530 million plus breaths at idle speed. Whoa. And what did I say? I said, you don't even get a little wisdom, remember gray hairs, until you get about 250 million breaths. Ha! Okay, so figure out how many breaths you are, brother, and you're above that layer, because most people your age, how old are you?
32.
Most people your age, remember, do not have that much wisdom because they have not had the experiences that we have had. So I was just going to ask you a question. How many selves are living within yourself at this time, since you've got rid of most of the demonic creatures we call parasites, since you've done many entheogenic ceremonies for resetting the mind, as I, under expert guidance, no recreation here, folks, okay? It's not fun, okay? It's not. You think it is? It's only because, remember, you're not doing the work, okay? And dissolving your own self is a blessing to do when you're ready to dissolve that self and open up a new folder. And you better have something to go into. If not, you might as well stay where you're at, because now you're lost. Now you don't want to do this. Now I don't want to do that. I don't like this anymore. Hey, shut up. Okay, you should have stayed where you're at, because you only change your mind when, guess what? You're tired of the old self and you want to graduate from the 3rd grade. Maybe go to the 4th and not repeat playing dodgeball all the time. I want to go play some baseball now. Okay? And then maybe you want to drive a car. That's, whatever you want to do. You're just stepping up your game. So think about it. How many selves, how many Ronnies have changed? Every 7 years you change. We already know that. That's only if you're normal. Right. Most people just keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again. It's a bloody hamster wheel. Listen to the same music, all these pieces. Okay, but once you detox your body, okay, now you're in turbulent stage, because now your mind and your body are not in sync anymore. Your body's cleaner. It's got more energy, and now your mind needs to get reset. Okay, and you don't reset your mind first until you clean this temple, until you clean your church. Okay, so every 7 years, as they say, and if you're 49 years old, that means you've had 7 lives. Lucky 7. And after that, then basically it's downhill, guys. Okay, unless you know some of the secrets of the game, which I can share with you, that I had to learn. Okay, and it's just what it is. It takes experience to be able to go ahead and get gray hairs, and that means you need time here. You have to try everything. You tried every diet, I'm sure. Tried every way to kill parasites, to be able to say, get the heck out of here, or hell out of here, because you guys come from hell. Go back home. Find someone else. Done with you dudes. Okay, you're bugging me. You're controlling my mind. You control what's between my legs. You make me not feel good. I look in the mirror and I don't like what I see. Why? Because it's not you. It's a lot of things beyond you. And once you lose these creatures, and once you reset the mind, you have a new self. And like I said, if you don't have another system to get into, then I would advise you to stay where you're at. It's because I see a lot of people doing this, playing around with entheogens. Guys, you better watch it. Better watch it. And this is a ceremony, just like what you got behind your head. It's a ceremony here, guys, okay, to be able to go and turn your eyes around and look inside yourself and be guided. And know why you're there. You're there to let it all go. Let all those knots go. You cleaned up the church. Now it's time to let go of the knots in your mind. And I'm not advocating anything, people, but I'm telling you, in time, under expert guidance, once you've cleansed the church, and we call this, of course, as you know, I don't do any disease treating. You don't either. We just basically know that the body's innate. It's really smart. And all we know is certain things that don't belong in it. How to get them out, of course, you have to do it yourself and see, not just read books. No, you got to run through the program, and you're lucky that you had your dysfunctions like I did. Okay? And that's why I liked you, because you were going through the ringer, of course.
Yeah.
Look what you've done, though. Look at your breaths. Got 2 books. I haven't even got a book because I ain't got time. It takes too much patience for me to sit down. And of course, what a job. Even if it's not your information, because no information is anybody's. Experiential information can only go ahead and guide people to see if they want to try things or not. So I know you probably got about 7, 8, 9 people already that you've lived and let go.
Yeah.
Okay. I got about 35. Okay. So who do I talk to? Well, I just switched channels to one of my other selves. They're all in there. Okay. People say, I want to lose the ego. What are you, dumb? Stupid? The ego is what keeps you alive. You look in the mirror and you go, I don't like me. I know, we'll fix you. Okay. The ego is the one that actually is the one that is surviving you. It's keeping you. Okay. So you can go ahead and question yourself. Question yourself. Forget question everything else, guys. But just question yourself. Okay. So I'm into philosophy now because I know it's most important to understand why. Why? Okay. Why are you losing body fat? Because you don't like your belly? No, that's a creature, and you need to cut down on that creature, and we can show you how. Okay. Remember, just eat sugar. I don't care what kind of sugar, honey, shmoney, this, that, don't matter, processed, unprocessed, raw, it doesn't matter, sugar. Okay, fuel's fuel. Okay, so until you get yourself down, fruit, sugar, I don't give a heck what it is. Long as you understand this, that fuel goes to that parasite. There's another fuel that goes to the worms in your belly. And of course you got them, guys, because you eat processed foods. And if you don't eat processed foods, you don't got that many worms because there's nothing to process for them. Mm-hmm. And they only help you out. Okay, so don't kill them. Okay, and then you got granddaddies. Okay, and we've lost a lot of these layers. Okay, and this is why we were ready to reset this. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's because we've cleaned up the body. We've let some demons go. Because what do you think those are? What, the pig tapeworm? Look at it. Look at hookworms with their teeth like great white sharks. Look at all the people that are scared now to drink blood and eat dead flesh. Why? Because there's parasites in there and it's got all this garbage. I know, because you're in fear. Okay, but guess what? These parasites are already in you. And since you're not feeding them blood, guys, why do you think the vegans and the vegetarians, most of them are white and pasty and weak? It's because you still got the demons inside you sucking your blood. What do you think now you're not going to, they don't care if you feed them blood anymore because now they're latched onto your intestinal tract and sucking your blood. Oh, I'm anemic. I have to take iron. You're a dummy. Doctor's a dummy. Sorry. And have your doctor take his clothes off just to show you that he knows a little wisdom. Sorry, guys. Part of your wisdom is to be able to have a costume. If you're a doctor, that means you know something. We know you know a lot of things. But can you teach me to become my own doctor? That's the teacher. That's the doctor of the future. I don't want any patients. I want you guys to figure it out yourselves. But at least we had some of the schooling to be able to know that the body is unknowable. And if you think you're going to what? Give a magic pill? What, a chemical? Okay, what do you think the magic pill is? A prescription? Sounds cool. It's an RX. It's a, recipe. Okay, but what is it really? Is it an herb? No, can't patent that. Is it spice? Is it a certain type of resin or anything that comes from a plant or anything that's natural? No, you can't make money with that. So what do? We call prescriptions, as you and I know, because it scares people if you say the truth. Chemicals. Okay, what are they? They are synthetic chemicals. Okay, I'm a doctor now. I'm going to give you a prescription. Hey, you know what? I'm going to give you this synthetic chemical. Drug salesman came in a couple of weeks ago, gave me some samples and stuff. I read the literature. It looks pretty good. And of course, you're the patient. You go, have you tried it? You're a doctor. You're supposed to try everything you give your patients, guys. So you're more of a doctor. Just remember that than most doctors, just to let you know. I just want to just bring this point across. You don't try your medicines, guys. And if you try the synthetic medicines, you're going to try all the opiates, all the SSRs for your brain. Yeah, now you're going to be more dysfunctional than your patients. And most likely you probably are already because you've tested a lot of those medications because they're so easy to get. Remember, synthetic chemicals are so easy to get. All you got to do is, you don't get it on the street corner, just go to your doctor and tell them what you want. I saw a commercial. It says, ask your doctor. How many times? Watch those drug commercials. Every 2 commercials is one, but that's another story. Okay, but what do they say? To take the liability off. Ask your doctor. Ask your doctor. Ask your doctor. Like he knows. Like he bloody knows, or she. Who are you joking? Okay? Remember, the doctor of the future is to teach his or her patients how to learn how to detox themselves, how to understand sickness is because it's not a curse. It's because you did it to yourself. Because you're not as smart as you think you are. Fluoride in your water. If you think it's good, then you keep on taking steamy showers, guys. Okay? Go ahead. I dare you. Okay? If you think that putting a cell phone up to your head, and mine's on airplane mode, this is a weapon. And this weapon, of course, is run by what? Pulses. It is not run by the natural current of Gaia, or the sun, is what? A sine wave. No, this is a pulsed, completely opposite. A sine wave, as you know, is an up curve, equally down curve, and it goes across a middle line. It goes up, in breath, out breath. In breath, as we do. That's natural. Have you found anything that's living that doesn't do that? Everything breathes on the sine wave because the sun makes us do what it wants us to do because it's giving us the sine wave. But if you're living, okay, in LEDs, think those are. It's pulsed technology, guys. Okay. Go back to your incandescent bulbs and get a dimmer switch. Yes, you need the infrared heat. All that blue light is destroying your eyes. And I feel bad for you guys because at least I had 30 years without staring in bloody computers, 35, 40 years before what computers came out, what, $666.66 for the bite in the apple, the first apple. Okay, symbolism. Yes, 666. Okay. Hey, check it out. Look, just like when I turn this meter on, I'll show you. Watch. This is funny. I just put up a post. I'm going to launch it. I think it goes out today. The hidden noise of cell phone towers and pulsed technology. And watch when I turn this on. I think you can see it right there. Okay. Watch the numbers. Right.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What did it say in the very beginning?
It said 666 in the beginning, which is
666. It sets it, of course, because it's checking out this very, very invisible parasite. This is an acoustimeter, guys, and it's $500. And if you're a so-called doctor, then you better get some tools. Okay, you better get some tools. Why? It's because doctors, even the ones I have here, I've told them 1,000 times, and patients, people that come to the retreat up here for 21 days, guys, that's it. It's digital detox. No, you can't, can you? Okay, yeah, you can get off sugar, you can get off tobacco, you can get off masturbation maybe, but you just can't get off your phone. Huh. And I see you putting it up to your head. I don't even want to do this. It makes me feel nervous. And you put it up to your head, and you're microwaving your supercomputer. Not too smart, even though you think you're smart. You may be intelligent, and you did what? Get a degree, a big D degree. You're in debt with another D. And you've been indoctrinated. Whoa, you graduated with honors. What, you think you're smart? No, you're intelligent. Okay? And if you get a business going and you work on your own, now you're cunning. Now you're intelligent and you're cunning. Because if you're not cunning, guys, I'm sorry, you ain't gonna ever not work for someone. You're gonna have to work for someone because they want to hire intelligent people that are not cunning. Why? Because you may see what they're doing and do it too. Okay, but if you're smart, okay, that means that you need experience. And like I said, you need 250 million breaths before you can go ahead and even say you got any smartness. You may have a lot of intelligence, but smart arse. You're a smart arse. Okay, smart phone. Really, if you had any smart, then you wouldn't do this. I only hold it on my hand and talk into it. You're not being smart again, but you're using your smartphone in a not too smart of a way. Okay, you need to reduce your exposure with these things. We can go over that in a little bit, but okay, this is a microwave transmitter. Get away that cell phone, cell tower. Okay, that's cellular physiology. Cell could have named it something different. Antenna? No, it's a cell tower. For what? Well, I think you got 100 trillion cells, and I think the supercomputer is the one that rolls as above, so below. We know that. So if you think you're going to fix your body, well, that's good. It's because you just started the great work. Because the second part, which takes way more courage, I didn't say discipline. The first part takes discipline. The second part takes courage to be able to let it all go. Just like in the Matrix, free your mind. Okay, free my mind. Okay, jumps across. No, you couldn't, because this is a different world. Going inside yourself, guys, and whatever you see, feel, hear, and touch is inside you. Sorry. Where do you think you're going? Out? No, you're going in. Inscension. Namaste is out. No, you need to go in first before you even think about getting the energies to sense the outside with your sensors. Okay, so anyways, a 5 sense reality we know is a belief reality. That's all I can say, guys. You have a 5 cents reality. You know how much it's worth? Hey, let me find a nickel in my pocket. It's worth 5 cents. Okay. But a 6 cents reality, brother. Okay. Yes, you do have that. Okay. That's why you're good in martial arts. That's why you're good at sports. It's why, you could do things that other people couldn't do and you were better than them. So what did you do? You gravitated toward those things because you had activation of maybe both of your brains working. Okay. So, the game takes courage on the second 180 days, I call, of terrain modification. Courage, because now you know what it takes to do any ceremony. Huh. We're not talking rave, dance. Right. No, you're going inside. We're going in the Matrix. We're going in. Okay. And what does Cypher say to Neo? Okay. Remember?
Which part?
Okay. Remember in the beginning, all of a sudden he's going like this. He goes, put on your seatbelt because Kansas is going bye-bye. Just got the chills. Okay. Why? Because this is what happens.
So the world and the paradigms and the way that they related to people or people related to them, we essentially have to have the courage to completely, if necessary, let all of that go, or who we used to be, in order to actually get to the next part, which is what you're talking about. And that's beyond discipline of like having a food discipline or abstaining from sugar or something. It's much deeper than that.
100%. I mean, there's so much to talk about, okay? And there's so many different layers. That's why, terrain modification has 50 departments more, but there's 50 departments for you to upgrade, enhance, and optimize. And again, what's wrong with that? And if the body, of course, is so-called innate means it's really freaking smart. It's self-organizing. Oh, yeah, you get a cut and you fix it. You may put a little thing on it. No, it fixed it. Are you breathing? No, it breathes. Are you circulating your blood? Are you focusing your eyes? Are you doing anything? Okay? No, this layer. Okay, that's why I said it's unknowable. The instrument of God. Okay, look, we move our hands. How do you do it? Hey, Ronnie, we're really smart. I dream it. And it works at so-called light speed unless you've got chemicals in your system and it starts to shake. Look at people, okay, with all different types of disease. Parkinson's, there's a guy that lives next to us, poor guy, okay? I've just seen people everywhere, okay, actually falling apart. The farmer below me, he just had a heart attack, 55 years old, okay? And you know what these guys are doing? They're spraying herbicides everywhere. And I told the guy, I said, man, you know what? You better quit spraying that stuff. He's spraying it under the tree. They don't want to cut the grass. Remember, it takes me 60 hours to cut 6 orchards. 60 hours of cutting the lawn, not with a lawnmower, but a turbo tractor. Okay? And if I use Roundup, what do you think happens? I don't have to cut the grass because I killed everything. I killed all the bacteria. I killed everything that lives in the soil. And now I have a stream or a lake that has no stream running in it. And guess what lives in now the soil? Pathogens, nematodes. And you got to now keep using this crap all the time. Okay. So anyways, it's the same with, anybody that's accumulating. And if it was accumulating at higher dosages than people eating foods with glyphosate sprayed on them, which is Roundup, or atrazine, which you don't even know, guys, but you have millions of pounds, okay, that you guys have on your crops. Where's most of the lettuce made? Salinas. Okay. Go see how they do it. Go see how they make coffee. Remember, I'm in the coffee business. I got 2,500 trees. Okay. And I call up, the big company, fertilizer, and I say, hey, what do we do if you got beetles? What do you do? They got all these chemicals, all these poisons. Okay. How do you guys keep down? You got a coffee tree growing and all of a sudden the cane grass wants to grow faster than the coffee tree. What are you going to do? Cut H1? You got 2,500 trees? Really? Why do you think these guys spray this stuff? Because I have one guy full-time all the time, and all he does is make noise. Weed eating all day long. Versus I can spray Roundup, and I don't have to touch that again for 3 or 4 months. One time. Instead of every 3 months, I have to trim every lychee tree. Everyone. Okay. You know what that takes? With 1,000 trees? Here you go, brother. Here's your weed eater. I'll see you in about a week. No, I'll see you in about a month. Okay. So, so anyways, chemicals, pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, fungicides, any type of synthetic thing that gets lodged in your body. Okay. Remember all these pesticides, insecticides, and herbicides. What do you think? They're natural? No, they're chemicals. So what happens with chemicals? They accumulate. They can't be broken down. Okay, so they keep on accumulating and accumulating, and now you've got this assault. Oh, now you live in Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. Okay, I call it Wi-Fi. It's because this thing says so.
Can you, for a moment, for everyone that's watching and for everyone that's listening on the podcast, can you show us an example of, because one of the things that you were really hammering me in our last conversation, which was really important, was the numbers that shoot up the moment you take that phone off airplane mode. I mean, I know about this, but you just kind of put it in my face, and it was like, oh my goodness, this is this is just something that I think everybody needs to get clarity about and actually to see in front of them.
Well, guys, all I can tell you, you're into technology, which I applaud you. Okay, and if you were into rifles, if you were into, I don't care, using anything, okay, a saw, you better learn how to use it. You better learn its dangers, and you better learn what it does do and what it can't do. Better learn it. And if you think, you don't have to learn this just because it's given to you, have you read the fine print? It says never touch it against your body. So how do you hold it? You're touching it. And remember, this energy is completely backwards to our energy. So what does it do? It's a parasite, and it's being fed all the time by wireless technology. It's in the air. And if you don't get that, guys, I'm sorry, because you're going to hear it in a sec. Okay, but remember this. Look, 1G was what? We could use our phones. Whoa, 1G. Remember those days? And then what did 2G do? Gave us, hey, we could text. Ha! Okay, don't need the pager anymore. Get rid of that thing. Okay, 3G, what happened?
Use email, internet.
That's right, and you could download movies, but you had to wait a long time. You had to wait and sit there and put it on pause, and 5 minutes, come back and say, okay, a little bit of it's going to let him watch a little bit of it. Okay, and 4G does what?
It streams.
It does what we're doing now. Okay, two people. I'm 3,000 plus miles away from you, and how it works, nobody knows. But I'm going through hardwire because it's illegal in this retreat, in my sanctuary, and your house is your sanctuary, to have any wireless technologies here at all. You want to use your phone, guys? Then you use it outside, and don't touch it when you use it, and get yourself an air cord. Talking through your mouth, you're blasting your face, because wait until you see the energy off of here. And the energy, remember, is not just right here. It goes back 5 feet, 4 feet. It just reduces as you get further away from it, okay? And you can reduce your exposure. So my phone right now, it's 1 o'clock straight up, and my phone's on airplane mode. I never keep my phone on. I don't care. I got hardline in my house. Quit being so cheap, people. $10 hardline. That's what my line costs. $10. I got 3 hardlines. One for someone that works with me. I got my own over here, and I have my house residence. So I have my phone numbers that I got so many people I know. I don't even want to pick up my office phone. Forget it. So let's turn this thing on. Okay, remember, if I'm going to watch a video with this thing, do you know how many bits you do editing? Do you know how many bits of information it takes to do a stream? All that HD flying through the air doesn't even make sense. How could it make sense to your brains, guys? You call yourselves smart, you're not. You're intelligent. And you take for granted on all that information, and you have millions of people that live in your city. The guy next door is watching a movie. And whatever he's watching, you're watching. He's watching porno. He's watching whatever, news. He's scared. Well, don't you feel that it's in the air? Don't you feel a little nervous? don't you understand that, remember, this technology, okay, is to be used and not used. You use it and you shut it off. Get a hard line. If you do have Wi-Fi, then you figure out how to go back old school and you go back to hard lines like we used to. Quit getting so convenient. Remember, anything in your life, guys, that's convenient, I can tell you this as an old man. Shoot, I get senior citizens discount now. It's great. I get 10% off, 15 or something. Okay, all I can tell you is, look, you better learn now, because I'll tell you this, okay? If you don't learn from other people, okay, then you're not going to be able to navigate in the future the way you want to. It's because you're going to get sick, you're going to get tired, you're going to get confused, you're not going to feel good, and you're not going to look good, and finally you're not going to be able to go to work because you got blood in your stools, migraines, or you've got the big so-called incurable. What are you going to do? Oh, it's too late now. Remember, I'm always asking people, what are you going to do when you get sick? That's all. I'm just interested. Okay, so now I'll turn this thing on just so you can see. Bluetooth in my house is illegal. Look, you hear anything? Nope. Look, nope. 0, 0, 0, nothing. Do you know that if I turn my Bluetooth on this Mac computer, that thing sings like you can't believe, and I'm not hooked up to Wi-Fi, but it's trying to find the signal. And people shut off their phone. It's on airplane mode, but guys, it's still on Bluetooth. Remember, learn from us or buy a meter and play with it for a couple months. Remember, and there's many meters to buy. This is for cell phone towers, okay? This is to go ahead and show you ionizing radiation, $600. Sorry, guys, it's what it takes to be a teacher and an investigator. You either believe people or you do your own research and check others, okay? So I just put on my phone, but it still doesn't do anything because I haven't turned it on yet, okay? And I'm just going to turn it on. Okay, I'm going to settings and airplane mode. I've done nothing to it yet. What a noise.
Wow.
What the hell? Oh, I just got a text. Oh, I got another one. Listen. Better wake up. Listen to that. It's going through your head. Hey, you want to find out where the antenna is? Okay. Is it here?
Oh, wow. Right there. Right there in the mouthpiece.
Not so good. I'm sorry, guys. Here, let me just let it sit there. I'm not going to even touch it. You want to see what it does if you watch a movie? Okay. When this, look, this is maximum. I'm going to turn it up. I'm getting dizzy. I'm not even using it. Look. Can you see? Watch. It'll go to the 1.
Yep, it's at 1.
Now, I'm going to take it away.
Oh my goodness.
It's in the over severe category. Sorry, guys. Look. 1. Can't go any higher. Jesus. This is why, guys, if you don't have the bionic ear, okay, I'm sorry. And you better learn it. I'm going to shut this thing down. Okay, so, here, let me just shut this off. Watch. Remember, I haven't even turned it on yet. I haven't made a call. I haven't made a text. I haven't done nothing. Nothing. So let's shut it off. Now listen to it. It gives you one. Shut it off. Still going. So when you do shut it off, you got to run from it for just a sec because it's still blaring, and it even goes further. Now let me show you how to protect it. let's say you want to keep it on your desk and you want to keep it because you're expecting a text. I need it. I know. Okay, so let's turn it on. Oh my God. Okay. This piece of aluminum screen, guys, Home Depot, you can buy yourself for 20 bucks, get a roll about this big, 4 feet high or 3 feet high, and then the roll's about 30 feet long. Okay, this goes in your screen. You can change your stupid screen out in your screens, okay? Because this takes microwave and or these pulse transmissions and hits this screen and stops them dead. Okay, I'm gonna put it on top. Look. Ha! Look. Nothing. Watch. Gotcha. Huh? Better learn, you guys. Who are you gonna learn from? It's what we teach. I don't teach people on YouTube. I don't teach people on social media. Guys, remember, this is just my report of findings. Live food, my report of findings. You want to eat food? Then make sure it's live. You're not eating this food because of what? The minerals in it? Nah, you're eating it because of the life force. I just pulled this out of my garden. Look at that thing, still rock hard. Because you only grow things with power. Mustard lettuce, radishes, okay? Broccoli. These things have super freaking power to them. Okay, they're heirloom. This is heirloom mustard spicy. Horseradish. Okay? You want to give your parasites a, right up in here. Okay, it's not chilies, not in your stomach. Oh, and that tells you that's strength. Okay, and if you're going to put this, let's say, okay, you got a big salad, just went out in your garden, you got about 10 minutes before this thing dies a lot. Okay, wash it off, whatever, just in the sink with water. Okay, and you don't cut it with a knife. Knife is stainless steel. What do you think it's going to do to this minute charge? Take one bite, it's like Doritos. I got to eat the whole bag and eat the whole thing. Okay.
Okay, real quick. That's a really good point about food, because when we focus on food and nutrition, it's always about the nutrients, and it's not so much about the electrical charge and the life force and the plasma within the food. And this is something I'd love for you to kind of explain to people, because most people have no idea about the actual aspect of what you're talking about.
Everything has an electrical field. The cells in this here, how do you think this plant grows? Because it's so freaking smart? Okay? No. It's because it follows the architectural blueprint. Remember, you already know this. Your heart cells, your brain cells, your toenail cells. Okay? Every cell in your body comes, okay, from the same cell. And it differentiates. Why? Because it's so smart? Is because the electrical field is your architectural blueprint to say, cell, do this. You lose your charge, you will not be able to regenerate because your cells don't know what to do. You're full of toxicity. What happens? Okay, this is adding charge, laying out in the sun this morning. Okay? My vacation, cheapest vacation in the world. Take your clothes off, clean your skin with the alcohol cleaning programs. Never use alcohol by itself, dries your skin up. Okay, you have to put the minerals back in. Only use triple distilled vodka in bottles, not in plastic. Okay, and then you re-lubricate with cacao butter, coconut oil, and magnesium minerals. And now you're ready to go in the sun. You will not burn. Now you can make D3. You don't have D3, how are you going to regenerate? You don't make D3, you think that this plant has, if it doesn't have the minerals in the soil, because I fixed my soil, do you think it can grab as a solar panel the plasma, like you said? No. And if it does, don't kill it. So this is what I do. I put all my lettuce and everything. Okay, I don't cut this up. That's like dumb. I want to cut it with my mouth. Here, instead of wasting your money and buying a juicer, guys, why do you think you got this right here? It's the best juicer in the world. You don't need to kill it through stainless steel blades. Oh, really? Like that's doing anything for you. Nutritionally it is, but it's killing all the chi. Those stainless steel blades, all the Vitamixes and everything. So use your juicer here and then spit out the fiber just like you would spit out on a juicer. It would take out the pulp. Okay, you swallow the saliva like it says in the book of the Essenes. Even if you're going to eat flesh, You only swallow the spit, the saliva, throw out the carcass. Sorry, guys, it's the way it is. Okay, you want to feed these creatures, then you know what you do? You don't hardly chew anything up. Swallow your food really fast, and it sits in there and putrefies. And all those types of things that you find in your soil in your garden are in your belly, and they're processing dead food, not live food. So the parasites can't eat this stuff. So the way I do it is I put all my lettuce on the side, okay? And then I make myself a beautiful salad dressing. And what do? You take it like this, bend it down, and dip it in, and eat it. Okay? Watch an animal. Okay? Do you think an animal goes ahead? Look, I did an experiment the other day. It was called, and a film. It's called The Power of Greens. And I showed you guys, the chickens will not eat the dead grass. They love it when it's alive because they're not eating the grass. They're eating the life in the grass. The other stuff just goes with it. They won't even touch it. They peck it a couple of times and go, shit's dead. Okay? Did you know that? I didn't know that until I started observing my animals. They won't eat anything that's moldy. But we will just throw some more teriyaki sauce on it. We don't know the difference. Okay? So anyways, guys, live food. You got to grow it yourself. And if you don't have the place, because, I live in an apartment. So what? Look at my intelligent organic gardening and how you make planters. Look at, you should see how much stuff I'm growing in my plant. In fact, I got this out of a planter. I have my mustard salad, and you never, ever kill the plant. You just take off the leaves you're going to eat. That's like commercial. Here, kill it, okay? Wash it with usually some type of chlorine, okay? And then put it down to refrigerator levels so we can sell it and not let it go to waste. And then you get your clean organic produce with pretty much zero chi in it. Okay, that's why they cut off the leaves and stuff, because they're all wilted. Okay, and then what do? You go to the store. I don't care if it's Whole Foods, any place you go. Bring your own bags. Why? Because I want you to do the bag test. Now we're talking phthalates. I don't have anything unless it's glass. Glass. Look, my ferments. Glass. Okay, coconut oil. Glass. Okay, and don't throw the glass out. So, whoops. Sorry, let me shut this thing off. Making me dizzy. And I'm protected right now. It still works. You saw that. But it wasn't sticking out that signal. That's crazy. Okay, so what was I just saying?
We're talking about plastics and phthalates and when you go to Whole Foods, for example.
Okay, so let's say now you're going to the store, right? And you're buying all this beautiful produce. It looks good. Even the conventional stuff looks good. NPK, it's all it needs is 3 minerals, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, to be able to make it look pretty. Doesn't have anything in it, but it looks pretty and it's full of sugar. It's because it doesn't have the 88 minerals in it. It doesn't have the full capacity to be able to make a nutrient-rich, dense plant. Okay, so it gets mold really easy. Your bananas get mold really fast. Why? Even organic, schmorganic, guys. You're kidding yourself. Okay? I'll tell you the thing about the bag here, but remind me to go back to the organic versus inorganic real quick. Yeah. So you go to the store and you grab those bags. They're free. Remember, nothing's free. Oh, you want a vaccine? Flu shot? Nothing's free. Okay? Wake up. So you take the bag, okay, and now you're going to go ahead and do the whiff test. If your nose still works, if you haven't done too many, whatever you've done, okay? I'd see people, hair pup, I've never seen people snorting Adderall. Hey, don't do cocaine anymore? What, you're snorting Adderall now? Whoa, snorting that other stuff, what's it called, keto? Or ketamine? Doing. Okay? Anyways, you destroyed a lot of the sensors in here because you don't smell anything. You only pick up electrical sensations. You can't taste anything. Remember, everything's electrical and magnetical. It's unknowable. You don't smell anything, okay? You taste it. So when you walk into the bathroom and you smell poop, well, you're tasting someone's poop. I put something in my mouth. I don't want to smell that. I'm not going to get sick from it, but the last thing I want to do is smell somebody else's shite because I know it's in the air. It's all pieces of gas. It's going inside. You don't smell it. You taste it. If you go like this, you can't taste it. I know, because those two things work together. So you open up the bag and you smell it. And what's going to smell like? Plastic. Your shower curtain, guys. Sorry. Anything that smells like plastic. Buying those cheap cheap beds, the plastic ones you go camping with. You better put it out in the sun. You better wash it with alcohol. You better take the phthalates off that thing. If it stinks, remember, you're breathing it and it's going inside you. It's invisible poison, and it accumulates. It's chemical. It's not organic. There is a difference between organic arsenic in bananas and inorganic arsenic that comes from a chemical. One you accumulate and the other one gets what? Processed. Okay, so the second part. Now, this is hard for people to grab. It's because, vegans don't want to have any animal products, right? Isn't it so, right? Because of ethics, morals, okay? And it's whatever it is. Doesn't matter. That's the theme of it. No animal products. Okay, fine. Vegetarians, they're not eating animal products because they're scared. And the vegans are not eating animal products is because they feel sorry for them. Whoa, and it's sort of weird. So there's two different layers, okay? But I want you to know, guys, the vegetarians don't care, but the vegans do. What kind of fertilizer do you think that you put on your food or the food that is organically grown? I think they use, if it's organic, they use shite. Chicken shite, cow shite. Smell Bakersfield. Whoo, go by that place. Whoa, daddy. Okay? Any type of commercial lot shite. Oh, you think it's organic fertilizer? You're joking yourself. It's commercial lot. It's only organically composted. Read the bag. Organically composted. But that shite has glyphosate in it, atrazine, insecticides, pesticides, and all different types of antibiotics, hormones. Everything comes out of the shite, including the parasites that this thing is full of. And if you think again, guys, you want to go ahead and get really healthy, you must grow your own food. I'm sorry. I know. Maybe you can't right now, but at least you can start to see the miracle of nature. A seed. Remember, this came from a seed. I didn't buy a plant. I started out buying some of my plants at Home Depot, little organic ones. Okay, and once I got those going, shoot, I never break them. They flower, and the flowers make seeds, and they throw it all over my garden. I have a wild garden, and anything that grows, I let live. Okay, my papaya is in my garden. I haven't planted a papaya. In fact, I got to weed them out because they want to take over my garden. Throw an avocado seed out in the back. Well, guess what? It's going to grow here as long as your soil is healed. Okay, look, your soil here. Okay, your belly. I haven't shown my belly yet. Nah, there we go. 57 years old. Here, let me play a tune. La, 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 la. Your belly, guys, okay, needs to be healed. You need to detox everything that you've accumulated in the gel. And where do the hookworms live? Whoa, put that one in. Hookworms, intestines. Look at those little buggers. And how do you get them? From eating meat? No, you walk around with the bare feet on the ground. You went to Thailand? You just walked in your backyard. You got a dog? What do you think? Poop. You walk on trails? Doesn't matter. It's everywhere. They crawl on your system. So what do you got to do? You got to clean the church. You got to learn protocols to be able to get rid of the hookworms. Remember, our blood, small little parasites, and there could be up to 1,000 in your intestinal tract, and you're tired all the time, and you're taking iron and poisoning yourself. Iron poisoning, guys. What do you think iron does in your body that's got a little salt in it? Think of it. How about corrosion? How about, remember, you already know this, okay? And it's hard to talk about it, but as you can see, okay, the human race is insane in many ways, okay? And I call it the earth human race because it's not human. Human means God, man. It means you're godly. It means you do good, okay? And all I can tell, most people, if you live in the city, guys, it's really hard to do good. It's because you're getting whacked by a lot of things that are invisible. From your water supply, your air supply. Remember, they forget about calling chemtrails. That's just another name. Geoengineering, it's another name. Okay. How about solar shield program put out by Harvard, spraying the skies to do what? To manipulate the weather, to control the weather, to help us people, so-called, is because we've destroyed the place. Whatever you're doing doesn't matter. All we can see is you're pretty effective at doing what you're doing. 100 million diabetics. Remember, guys, are you one of them? And if you're 20 pounds overweight or more, you're on your way. You're on your way. 20 pounds of toxicity. It's not 20 pounds body fat, guys. It's toxicity. I'm sorry. So what do? Learn the protocols. You're not going to be able to cut off heroin at once. What do you think sugar is? More addictive than heroin. What do you think tobacco is? More addictive than heroin. What do you think opiates are? I think we have an opiate problem in the United States, and it's your age group. Yeah, you don't smoke weed that much anymore, guys. You take pills because it's not cool to smell. It's not cool to, do that anymore because, I don't know, it's just not your generation. You're into technology.
Well, now it's vaporizers and all the issues that are with most commercial vapes.
100%. My family sells that stuff. They sell all the vapes, e-cigs. Okay, I got them in the food business. They've never made a dime in the food business. Okay, why? Because you got to educate people. People are doing the best they know how to do. You only eat fast food is because you didn't know you were going to get fat. Fast food, take away the S, and now it's fat food. Of course, proven. Take your clothes off, look in the mirror. Give yourself an examination. Remember, you're the sculptor, guys. There's no insult here. Remember, I'm a teacher. You're a teacher. All we can do is share with you guys. You need philosophy. You're not cursed if you lose your hair. Most likely, you got bloody hair mites. Let's show you how to get rid of them. You got wrinkles? So what? Get rid of them. Okay? Dissolve them off with some of the dissolving solvents that do not hurt the body. You got gum, trench mouth? Where have you put that mouth before? Everywhere you've put it, one bacteria stays, and now you got trench mouth. Bad breath coming from your gut, your tongue white. Guys, they're protocols. Okay? So anyways, everything's interconnected. And the biggest thing I see right now are the invisible booby traps. Remember, all the ones like fluoride. Guys, watch the documentaries. And what do? Navigate. And maybe you may have to move. Why? It's because you want to live, I don't know, maybe less toxic. Okay?
Yeah. That's why I left the mainland after going back and forth between Hawaii so many times. I just got hit so hard with EMF pollution, people's own psychological disturbances that they don't even realize, that I didn't even realize that I was being affected by the insanity going on the mainland that is just kind of being kind of underneath the surface as normality and less than abnormal, right? It's just kind of the accepted program and the psychology of human beings in the world. And I just realized, because I've been through it so many times, I've been back and forth so many times, it hit me harder than before. And I just realized, like, I need to get out of here because the city is it's the most unhealthy place to be. It's actually, like, I just realized for me that I don't even think it's possible to be vitally healthy at my potential within even living in San Diego by the ocean and all that. Like, I have to get back to Hawaii because that's the only place I've ever felt where I could tap into true vitality.
I didn't even go back for Christmas this year, see my family. Okay? I'm sort of done traveling. Every time I go, it takes me a month and a half just to detox myself. Every time I go back, okay? I mean, I am in such a non-toxic world. And I live on the Hamakoa Coast here, which of course is one of the cleanest places on the earth. We don't get VOG, but a lot of the other places in Hawaii do. So just because you live on Hawaii doesn't mean, remember, we have 28 climates on the Big Island. Okay, which climate do you want to live on? Shoot, there's snow. That had big lightning last night. Anytime there's lightning here or thunder, in the morning when you wake up, the whole top of the mountain's full of snow. Okay, so where do you want to live? I live in the tropical forest. I have waterfalls, underground springs in my backyard. I don't water the grass here. Okay, but if I go to Kona, they have rock, and there's nothing there unless you water it. And they got VOG. I can only stay a couple hours there. I go to Costco every 3 months, okay, and I go there, maybe go to the beach, and I go, I'm not going to the beach today. My eyes are killing me here. I taste metal in my mouth. And you see the people there. You're breathing trisulfuric acid, arsenic. What do you think's in that volcano? Okay, well, it's natural. It is. So is strychnine. It's all natural, guys. Plastic is freaking natural. How about that? Where do you think it comes from? It comes from something. What do you think? Someone just made it up? No, it comes from all natural things put together. petroleum, remember plastic, okay? So yeah, living in the city, tell you the truth, guys, you got to really learn a lot of the Earth Academy, and it's just what it is. Why I share with people there, just to give you some guidance. earthacademy.com. It's to be able to, just like what you teach, it's to be able to, guys, it's not just talking about it. It's protocols, practices, and principles. Okay. And this has been done. Tens of thousands of people from around the world. This is a 40-year project. This is what we've done. Okay. We tweak it all the time, just like you do. We tweak it everything. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to find out what's easy for people, because if it's too hard, they won't do it. I try to find efficient ways to do things, because if it's too many steps, you just can't get it. I know you've been dumbed down. I'm sorry. And you're too busy. You got Facebook, you got all that stuff. Okay. And it's got to be economical. So get rid of some of your junk. You do need a steam distiller, guys. You can read all the bad garbage on that stuff all you want to. You better do your research. Okay. If you sign up for the newsletter, we have a real good private video for you to see on distilled water from a compilation of all different researchers for 100 years. Remember, we only use distilled water here on our retreat to be able to dry people out. Why? Because it's real water. It's the only pure water you're ever going to find. Second best would be RO with a fluoride filter, arsenic filter, and everything, and it's not easy to do. Okay, plus you got to keep your filters clean. You got to go ahead and understand that. But distilled is distilled. No pharmaceuticals. What do you think? You're going to take glyphosate out? Good luck. Okay, what are you going to do? Use a Brita filter? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, guys? Oh, I got a shower dechlorinator. No, it only helps. It reduces. It doesn't take it out. So, guys, if you don't have clean water coming out of your shower, then I would suggest not taking really steamy showers. I would suggest taking cooler animal. Like when I go to California, I turn my shower on, and once it steams, it's too much. And I have a fan that blows in there on top, and open the window. Okay. And I don't want any, and I don't like I love taking hot showers, but not with fluoride. Everything that's in that water, I'm just like injecting it in my body. And all of a sudden for 2 hours, I feel like such a dumbass. How can you guys do this every day? My skin, I age 10 years in 2 weeks when I'm on the mainland. Okay. I don't sleep. I have nightmares because it's all that Wi-Fi. I can't get out of it. Okay, remember, the guy next door is watching porn, or the guy next door is watching a horror film. Guy next door, or whoever's watching whatever. It's all flying through the air. It's all on the Wi-Fi. It's all on the telephone. 50% of the communications, watched movies are on this machine. Okay? You don't have a television anymore, guys? I know, you use your phone and you hold it. And I see these little kids. Remember, you saw where the antenna is. And those laptops, it's a little devious to name it a laptop, guys. Okay. You know what I have on all my stuff? I got wired keyboards, not wireless. And you can't even buy them. I have to get them on an Amazon. And I buy 5 of them right now because they don't even make them anymore. Mac doesn't make anything but wireless. I know. Again, remember, they sold the first computer for $666.66. And how much was the iPhone? $999. Whoa. Okay. It's what it is. Guys, learn your tools. I'm not making fun. It's just symbolism. And maybe this type of technology is good for us. You know why? Because maybe it'll get rid of a lot of us. Because I told you, the human race has gone insane. Okay. Don't you think so? I do. And I don't know if there's even fixing it. I just don't. I see too much outside drama. It's not the people that's the problem. It's the system that makes the people the problem. Mm-hmm. People are good people. I've never met evil in my life, brother. Terrorists. Okay, they shut the heck up. Okay, you killed 2 million people in Iraq to find a couple boogeymen, and those were civilians. Children, women, and just a guy like you that just all of a sudden lives over there. Now you got his house bombed, got your, did it at Afghanistan. You did all these places. I traveled to Europe, and they look at the United States as bloody bullies, like people beating up on people, because you got a whole different news over there, because I call them prison camp. Okay. Every prison camp, you can call it a country, doesn't matter. The game warden runs that country, and it's not the person that you see. It's not the person that is on television. Okay. Remember, there is a puppet master. Everyone's got a boss. Don't you think so? I think so. All I can see, though, is that we do need to go ahead and actually live, not better, no, smarter. And we need to quit killing everything, including ourselves, poisoning ourselves. Man is the only stupid animal that directly poisons himself on purpose and knowingly. I go on deaf ears, guys, because you know what? Truth is a bloody curse. Try to tell people, and all of a sudden you're trying to get one up on me. No, I'm trying to help you. This is what I do. This is my job, daytime and nighttime. I didn't just start doing this to try to find a job. No, went to school to learn how to try to help people, took an oath to try to teach people how to take care of themselves and see if we could get the body back to its innate intelligence. Let it fix itself. But that's not easy nowadays, guys. Like I said, what are you going to do when you get sick? Well, first of all, like I said, you better clean up your act. And that's a lot of ways. I mean, personally, I can give you a recommendation, young guys. I wouldn't watch porno, horror films, or any type of death, video games, all that stuff. You're just desensitizing yourself. And is that what humans do, or earth humans, or sexual deviants do behind the door? Is that what they do? I mean, I don't know about you too, but I put images on there and I'm just looking for something. If I scroll down far enough, all of a sudden I got porno. Wait a minute. I have children on here. Okay, I don't look at that stuff. Maybe I did a long time ago when I was in my 20s. Why? Just to see what they're doing. And I'm going, whoa. I didn't have bestiality or all that weird stuff and all the transgender and all this weird, whatever. They didn't have that. They just had sex. Yeah, I didn't, sort of like old school John Holmes. Okay. And I was watching once or twice. I said, okay, I'm good. I guess if I was built like that, then my whole life would be sex too. I'm sorry. But you notice how the boys and the girls really don't like each other anymore. Is it because of social engineering? Partly. But what is it? Remember, we're scientists, we're researchers, we're experimenters. You know what I could see? I see the electronic castration of testosterone. I see the chemical castration of testosterone. If you look up the endocrine disruptors, there's probably about 400 of them in our food, air, water. Put on purpose or not, it doesn't matter. Don't drink out of plastic, guys. Remember, are you a minion? If you drink out of waters out of plastic, you just are. Okay, you better make your own water. It's the only water. Remember, water is everything. You can do all the organic, schmegan, vegan, this, that. You don't put in enough clean water and sweat out the bad water, then it's going to be a long road and slow road to what you were trying to achieve. And you're going to get discouraged and you're going to say, I can't eat that. It hurts my stomach. And it's good stuff. I know. It's because what lives inside you, remember, controls this. The problem's your bloody mouth, people. It's not your head. I don't like it. Really? But you like that. What's controlling your mind? What's controlling your gut to mouth and mind? Oh, it's so good. I know, MSG. One bite will do you. Remember, how do you make a person fat? Well, I can tell you how you make a rat fat. Put up fat rats, okay? And go ahead and Google that one. One injection of MSG, and all of a sudden now you're a lab technician, and your job is to make fat rats to give to diabetic doctors so they can study them. How do you get a rat fat? It's not easy. Natural things do not get fat. It's because you're in excess and you're taking chemicals and you're changing your endocrine system. And if you lose testosterone, guys, guess what? This is what happens to you. And I'll just make this, and you can put it towards humans, earth humans, but I'm just going to say it as dogs. The female dog goes into heat. She's called a bitch. And she goes into heat. We used to raise dogs. Jack Russells. And when she goes into heat, every boy in town comes to see what's there. Pheromones. Pheromones. And her pheromones are strong. And those dogs will only want to mate. They don't care how many times they mate. They don't care who they mate with. The pheromones do this purpose. So what if, okay, the males couldn't smell the pheromones? You're not controlled anymore by wanting to mate. That's a good way to depopulate, good way to socially control population. No one wants you to breed any more people. I think that you can figure that out, and you don't even want to breed anyways. Why is that? Remember that. If you're 32, you're a loser. You don't have any children. Okay, why? Because if back 1950 and 60, when my dad and your dad had kids, you had to have your kids when you were like 20, 22, 25 at the latest. Okay, if not, you're a loser. What's wrong with you? Huh. Okay, but why do not people want to breed anymore? That's the question. Remember, it's why. It's why. Okay, endocrine disruptors, electronic wireless technology, castrating the testosterone, and men have testosterone, which make us do things. We build the cities, we build the roads, we invent everything. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. Okay, you don't call a plumber, you don't get a female. You don't call a plumber, you don't get anybody else but a guy. Okay, because we like doing this stuff because it's digging holes, building cities. Okay, it's a lot of testosterone. Okay, and if you lose your testosterone, if you cut that dog's huevos off, castrate the dog, what happens to him? He gets fat, sick, doesn't hump your leg anymore, and he's lazy. Whew, but he's such a good dog, honey. Look, maybe we should do that to you so you're not so active. Okay, maybe you'll be like the dog, nice and
Domesticated.
docile. Okay, so real quick, and we'll tie this together. If the females do not have testosterone, they are not blended. What happens when a female goes and has her period? She's emotionally unsound. Why? Because she's got high estrogen. Whoa. You see a lot of men emotionally unsound? Yeah, I do. I see high estrogen is what I see. I see overweight is what I see. I say effeminized is what I see. And it's not because you want to be. It's because these hormones are powerful and they will tell you what you are going to be. You can either get them, male hormones. You can take anabolic steroids and you will get muscles if you do the work. Well, you can't just take hormones and all of a sudden grow muscles. That ain't happening. Okay, but what if you're let's say a guy and you want to take female hormones? Start looking like a girl. Start getting buds. Start getting different voice, especially if you took them at 8 years old. Okay, when you never had testosterone come out into your life. So did you know back in the old days, remember, if you were the King Ronnie Landis, and he's looking for a eunuch to serve his family. What's a eunuch?
I don't know.
Okay, a eunuch is a castrated employee. And when do you think they castrate him? At 18? No, it's too late. You already got deep voice. No, I can castrate you. You'll still have Ronnie Landis's deep voice. Why? Because you already had testosterone. Your body's already changed to the male aspect of you. But if you're 8 years old, snip, got them cut off, because that's what they did, all eunuchs. You would never get the testosterone, and you would stay feminized and never even want to have anything that they want to do, is because you don't have those hormones telling you to do. Whoa. And what happens when you're a warrior? Okay, like the Soles, okay, on the Game of Thrones. What did they do with those? The best warriors they are. At 18 years old, they cut theirs off. They don't care about girls. And they want to have the testosterone form their body first. Form it. Because if you take hormones the younger you are, how about if you take hormones when you're in the embryo, when you're pregnant? How about you're eating meat that's got certain things and plastics that have endocrine disruptors, and you're putting cell phones up to your head all day, and now all of a sudden you have caused this, because a male has testosterone many times in its life, okay? This is what turns us into us. And a female has estrogen. That's what turns her, but they both have a blend. The males have a blend of estrogen, right? And the females have a blend of testosterone. That's normal. High testosterone in a male, low estrogen. Okay, a little feminine, a little feeling. Remember, estrogen makes you feel. So you see all these people, I don't feel good. How you doing? I feel okay. I didn't ask you how you bloody feel. So how you doing? No, I feel. That's everybody's feeling, because everybody's high estrogen. So getting your testosterone, guys, back, and girls, you're going to go ahead and, first of all, you're going to be balanced more. Because I see a lot of men and women that are all higher estrogen, unblended. And I see a lot of very unstable emotional people. I see a lot of biologically confused people. Maybe your junk didn't grow. You ever thought about that one, guys? Why you want to do what you do, why you do. Maybe you find someone else just like you. Maybe their stuff didn't grow either. Why? Because maybe you had androgen receptors cut off. No one talks about that. It's called microphallix. It's sort of a complaint in a lot of children. Why? Because 8 years old, guess what happens? Do you think that thing grows anymore? No. You think your testes are going to grow any more than an 8-year-old little boy's? And they're supposed to be the size of a medium-sized chicken egg? Okay, sorry guys. Okay, this is this is what I see. Okay, so what do? You're not changing the system. Navigate it. Learn how to sidestep it and learn how to rebuild, reset, okay, and renew yourself. And that's, again, not going to be easy. So last thing, and we'll stop this because I want to make sure that everybody gets this. Remember, if the female doesn't have testosterone, she cannot make the pheromones. And if the males don't have testosterone, guess what happens? He can't smell them. She don't make them, and he don't smell them. So no one wants to breed. May want to have sex. I didn't say that. No one wants to breed. And of course, you can't afford it anyways, guys, because socially engineered system makes it so man and wife, husband, wife have to work instead of like my mom made my clothes, okay, made all of our clothes, 4 children, okay, took us everywhere, stayed at home, food, gardens, whatever it is, mom, okay, what a beautiful thing. I don't see that anymore. That's a lost art, is to be a real mother. How to teach your children, have an organic mind, not an artificial one. Okay, artificial. Shut your television off, people. I'm telling you. If you want to watch something, then investigate what you're watching and look at the programming. Remember, the television. Look at the programming you're seeing and see if it sits with you because you're part of it or you're observing it without judgment. You're just seeing how a lot of things are pushed on all of us. Vaccines pushed on you. But why? Okay. Remember, why is the big question again. Investigate. And then all you can do is, like I said, you ain't changing nothing. But you can navigate a lot of things. And I know it's not going to be easy. And you do need guides, guys. You do need people to be able to, just like yourself, just to be able to get, I'm sure you do consultations with people and whatever it is to help people. Okay, it's why? It's because you got to get them started. They just need to get started. Okay, and how do you get started? Well, you need someone that can make you feel sort of welcome doing this new life. Okay, and that's gone through it already. You're not a doctor, of course. No, you are. You're the doctor of yourself, your own teacher, and you know what has worked, okay? You know what is dangerous, and you know what is effective, but also needs guidance. Intermittent fasting will help you guys. I'm just telling you, I eat a meal a day, and look, if I'm hungry, you know what I got? I got some cacao, Arriba Nacional cacao, which has the phenylethylamine in it, so it makes you happy. And I'll have a couple of golden berries with it because there's no sugar there. Whoops. Golden berries, good stretch there. Golden berries, all vitamin C, 14% protein, come from Ecuador, nutrient dense. These are probably 8 years old in here. They don't go bad because it's got the right packaging. And of course, it's nutrient dense. Of course, it's expired. 2011. Doesn't matter. It's just as good as once I open it, it's got 6 months. If it's packaged correctly, because your organic food, remember, is wrapped. Let's say you want to get this raw goat cheese, right? Which is good for you. Grass-fed, no RSBT. Okay? Have your own goats. I have my own. But then again, since you don't, but look at what you do. You take home this piece of cheese, raw cheese, okay? And what do you do with it? You open it up, but what was surrounded by it? Remember, I told you to do the whiff test on that free bag that you got, and if it smells, it's suspect to phthalates and off-gassing into your clean food, and you ain't getting that out. You're not getting it out, guys. It's residue. It's residue. What do you think when you get a bottled water, Fiji, this, that? What do you think? They wash the bottles with bloody soap to get the residue of the polycarbonate seal, go to one of those places and see how they can rack out how many of the bottles. Okay, so my cacao here I'll have, and I put psyllium powder in here. I put it's all dry. Look, it's just powder. Okay, I grind it up in the Vitamix. There's no energy in here. It doesn't matter. This is an appetite suppressant, and it makes me feel love. Love. Okay, feeling love is good, guys. Feeling anger, feeling doubt, feeling fear, feeling insufficient, feeling insulted. Those are bad things on your energy profile. But feeling love, feeling good about what you do every day means that maybe you can do some godly things. Good leaves you this sort of side effect. How do I become godly? Just start doing good things, guys. And the first thing you need to do is clean your own self up. It's your church, it's your temple. And if you don't have self-respect with your own self, guys, I'm sorry, maybe you're too far over the edge. Remember, you need to be very, very self-responsible. You know you can't help anybody, Ronnie. I can't help anybody. You know, people have to want to help themselves. I can guide you. Yes, we can. And you know, it's very easy to guide people. All they need is a little guidance, like a little child walking across the street. Don't want them walking across the street, but once they get the hang of it, what do? They hold other people's hands and help them across the street and watch out because they know the rules. There are rules to this game. And guys, I'm sorry, before your mom and dad possibly and or their mom and dads handed down a lot of bad, stupid stuff. Okay. And even if it was good stuff back then, I can guarantee you today, it's stupid. It's because meat back in the old days didn't have hormones, didn't have antibiotics, it didn't have all these things. And today, good luck. Okay. So to me, it's toxic. That's the only reason I stopped eating meat is because I had a tumor this big in my intestinal tract, in my sigmoid colon, size of a small tangerine. I had blood in my stools for like 4 years. Okay. Got a colonoscopy. The guy says, oh, you got yourself a, they didn't call it cancer back then because it hasn't gone anywhere. No, you got yourself a big tumor. And they wanted to cut it out. They didn't even do, this was 30 years ago. They didn't even do chemo back then on this type of thing. They'll do it now. And 50% of the people that wake up, you know what you get, guys? You get a colostomy bag. Is because, I'm sorry, all you got to do is look at the stats. You better learn how to detox yourself. And I took my tumor and shrank it down to nothing because it's just basically a ball of mold. It's a ball of fungus. And what did I do? I stopped I went from pig, the filthiest animal there is. I got several. I studied them. I can throw anything in the mud. They'll eat it. They don't care. And they have the best immune system. And they're 85% us. The parasites that live in them, and they have massive ones. Again, I don't even feed our piggies, anything but vegetarian food. But once in a while, I'll see an Ascaris lumbricoides come out of their rear end this big. It's because the food I feed them is still processed. Okay, it's pig food. It's vegetarian though. Okay, what am I going to do? Get them organic feed? It doesn't matter. These guys are piggies. They're my little pets. Okay, and they're tough. They drink out of, forget the dog drinking out of the toilet. He's tough too. These guys eat dead carcass, the nastiest stuff. I throw a rat in there once in a while and they'll eat it. They'll eat anything. And so if you eat the pig, people, it's got almost everything in it because remember, you're 85% pig, you're human DNA. And if you want to go ahead and contract these parasites, well, they live in the pig really easy, but the pig's immune system's bad arse. Remember, it can eat off the ground because it's eating soil-based organisms. Yeah, that's what I found out. So I make a lot of my bacteria with my soil that I drink. Soil-based organisms, not 5 or 10 bacteria in a pill probiotic. You're wasting your time, people. You need to grow your bacteria. And you never buy them again. You just keep adding to it. So you can start out with a couple bacteria, okay, and then grow it from there. And then keep on adding and adding and adding. And if you want to, again, we show you how to put your own DNA in it. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, bacteria need to learn how they're going to be. And of course, if they eat the sugar, because you're growing them, you're a farmer, and maybe just even, I don't care if it's your hair, your blood, whatever it is, okay, a little bit of your DNA, they eat your DNA with the sugar and they replicate with part of you in it. So when you drink them and you have them in you, what do you think they do? They don't get killed. Body looks at it and says, okay, I'll let you in. virus protector. But do you think you taking probiotics, 100 billion in a little pill, and they say what, 1,000 maybe go through? Well, what do you think it's going to eat when it opens up in your stomach? Oh, I got an enteric-coated pill. Dummies. There's no sugar in there. It needs to replicate 2, 3, 4, 5 times at least so it can get its strength back. Oh, it's freeze-dried and it's going to wake up in an intestinal tract full of nothing. Wake up. Wake up, people. Live food. Live food. Live ferments. Distilled water and saunas. Just if you learn those protocols alone and started with that. Okay, remember, you didn't even have to change your diet. And if you are eating meat, remember, swallow the juice only. So anyways, we can talk for a long time, but there's, lots of things that I'm researching right now. And one of them is energetic stones. Okay, very smart. Okay, remember, I'm a researcher like you, and I want to see things first and see what others have done before I'm not stupid. I'm not going to try it myself first to be a dummy. And sometimes I have, because it's made logical and reasonable sense, and I have discretion. But I like to repeat efficacy. I like to repeat things to see if they actually work. And since I'm a fine-tuned machine like you, I'm so subtle to if it does anything or it doesn't. So this is a meter here. This is, like I said, an inspector meter. Okay. And I'll just show you this just so you can see, guys. And you think radiation is bad for you. I know. What about Wi-Fi radiation, right? Bad. Okay, how about good radiation? Sun.
Mm-hmm.
Solar radiation. Oh, it's radiation. I know. But there's types of radiation. There's types of water. There's types of everything. Diamonds and cannabis. What type do you want? The good, the bad, or the ugly? Huh. And you can hear it. Click, click, watch. Click. Just picking up small amounts of ionizing particles in my air here, which is natural and it's necessary. They used to go ahead and have subs, remember, back in the old days there, and they didn't put any charge in the air. Oh, they gave them 79% nitrogen, 20%, 22% oxygen, 0.03% carbon dioxide. But guess what? Everybody got sick still because you need charge in the air. Tritium crystals they used. Why don't you read that research? So it's very smart, guys. Okay, you need some natural energy. I'm going to show you in a sec. And I've been using this for about 4 months now, and magic. And let me tell you, they dissolve a lot of things inside your body, and you have to be careful. Is because why? Is because you're going to get sore. You're going to have to take it off and get dizzy. You're going to feel like, whoa, I know. Until your system uptakes this amount of power. You go out in the sun, remember, you can't even take more than 10, 15 minutes, most of you people, before you burn because you got things on your skin. And after a while, once you get melanin, what can you do? Your solar panel's better. Okay, same with drinking water. Start out a little bit and you work more. So you can hear right now, it's got 40 counts per minute. See it?
Uh-huh. Yep.
45, 46. Okay, that's healthy. Okay. Now, oops, I didn't put it on this morning. Shoot, hold on. I got one right here. Okay, so this is what I put in my soil. This is just soil. Grains of a rock. Whoa! Oh, I'm going to die. It's radiating me. Okay? These are special tools that we made, washing tools in the sauna. Okay? Further I get it apart. And it still affects out here. But watch. That's screaming. That's 95 rem. Okay? Excuse me. I don't have it on the wrong one. That was 95. It's a 28 millirems. Okay? Look, my dirt is not 28 millirems. Each one is different. These are custom. This only has like going down. Has way less, 3. Okay? How about just real quick? And these are, like I said, these are all custom made. How would you like to, you got back problems? This is the same material I put in my garden, make plants grow like crazy. It gives them superpower. Parasites don't like this stuff, okay? We do. Very low. That's only 1 milligram. Okay?
What is that?
You lay on it on your back. And this helps dissolve the oxalates in your body.
Wow.
This is what I found. Remember, I'm the one with the back problems, the shoulder problems, the neck problems, and all the destructive problems I've caused myself. Okay? I had to dig deep. Remember, I was disabled for 3 years, couldn't even put my bloody shoes on for 3 years. Okay? So this is one for your neck. Okay, watch. Still low. Low compared to the stone, which I use in the sauna. Versus this one. So what I found out is these are very beneficial, but then again, they're not to be used until you clean your body. You have to clean the body first, guys. What are you trying to do? Get rid of stuff that of course you need to first dig as deep as you can before you start using advanced tools. These are advanced tools. Okay? The crystal's not an advanced tool. It's just going to harmonize your energy. Okay? And I would suggest everybody wearing one on their chest. I just do. Why? Because it makes you feel good. So anyways, these are all different inventions, different things we're doing. Okay? And I found out, and this isn't something that just happened yesterday. Remember, people have been using these for hundreds of years. Who do you think the witch doctor is? Okay? They have secrets. The medicine man, don't they have secrets? Are they going to tell you your secrets? No, because otherwise they won't be the medicine man anymore. You can be the herbalist all you want to, but if you know some secrets, you can take turmeric and mix it with terpenes, and all of a sudden now you're the medicine man. And you just had a secret. You're not going to show anybody your little bottle of secret, though. Okay? So anyways, life is learning through experience and practicing, okay, the experience, if you're a doctor and or someone else, with patience, because that's all doctors are doing. They're trying things. Remember, they're practicing. Oh, how long have you been practicing? How about, how long have you been a doctor? No, practicing. Oh, brand new attorney too. How long have you been practicing? You don't know squat. You got out with the big D. You're in debt. We know, indoctrinated. And now you need a bunch of people so you can maybe learn to see how what you've learned can be actually, I guess, evolution, okay, to all of your indoctrination, or you're going to feel real stupid because you can't help people because there is no magic bullet. So anyway, self-responsibility is everything, guys. All we can do is get you to start. So
yeah. Well, we definitely we definitely hit our objective, which was to go through the booby traps. And obviously this is a never ending rabbit hole, but I mean, this could go on forever. Just you and me and our private conversations is like almost never ending, but we are at the top of, actually we went an extra 30 minutes from the normal interview, which was perfect and necessary. And I think you ended your transmission on a very important principle that I want to conclude our entire conversation on, which was self-responsibility. And I think Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote an essay on self-reliance, which is just such, and you brought up this whole thing of philosophy, and this is something that I've really been diving into in my own maturation, is how absolutely important mythology and metaphorical understanding of reality, getting out of literalism, because our whole kind of atheistic, scientismic, not scientific, but scientismic society, which strips spirit, it strips metaphorical intelligence and makes everything kind of granular and linear and pseudo-scientific.
Exactly. Scientism is a religion.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's a whole thing I've been going deep into. And basically, ultimately, where all this brings us is back to where we start, is we can only depend on our own experience, right? And we have to be self-reliant and self-responsible if we're going to make any reasonable change in our life.
I just did a video on that's called The Art of Self-Reliance. It's an art, guys. And all you got to do is, if you have any will to start, it's going to take some discipline. It's not going to be easy, but it's not going to be hard.
Mhm.
But you do need to get through the first and second and third grade, like preschool, before someone lets you out on third grade on the dodgeball court. Okay, you can watch those people play dodgeball. Guys, it does take philosophy. Why are you going to do what you're going to do? Because of self-respect. Your body is your church. Your church houses either evil, the parasites, or it houses all of the good, which are all the things that are you. All things that are you. And the brain does the same thing. You can either have good in this thing or evil. And if you do have good or evil, guys, it's only because you didn't know what was right or wrong. And now it's time, once you clean the body up, you start to find out that maybe a lot of things that you were doing were evil. I killed thousands of animals. I was a hunter, brother. I've killed probably 20 tons of fish. Okay, being a commercial, not commercial fisherman, but a sport fisherman, going on trips and catching myself 10,000 pounds of tuna per trip and selling it for $1 a pound, getting my money back for the trip. I went on that trip like 6 times, 23-day trip to Clipperton Island. Okay, that was me. Okay, I can't even imagine beating these tuna in the head, blood going all over the place. Ah, look at this thing. I got him. Okay, oh, okay. All the doves that I shot when we used to go dove hunting. Okay, I mean, I look at doves now as what a pretty thing. What a little devil I was. And I was only doing what someone told me was cool to do.
Mm.
Okay, that's it. And so, guys, you need to really wake up a little bit and don't get pushed into a lot of things that you know that aren't right. Look, all your street drugs you guys are playing with, I'm just telling you guys, they're synthetic chemicals. And once you take them a few times, you're going to imbalance all your hormone systems. You want to have problems? Here, you multiply it with this stupid thing right here. Go ahead and take any type of drug you're taking, chemical. I don't care if it's smoking weed, guys. And if you use these phones and are on this electrical system, it's not going to do you good. It's just not. Okay. So, but once you do get sick, like I said, and if you're 10 pounds overweight, you already know this, Lonnie, or Ronnie, Ronnie. You already know this. If you're 10 pounds overweight, it's not because you're overweight. You're 10 pounds toxic. That's it. And if you're 50 pounds overweight, you're 50 pounds toxic. So what do? You start chipping at it. That's it, guys. There's no insult here. But remember, there's 100 million people in the United States that are obese. There's 240 million people that are at least 15 pounds plus overweight. That's not so good. And it's not adults only. So, you know, one of the things I was going to talk to you last time, because we tried to do this before, remember, and we couldn't get on Facebook, but we should do maybe another one here is, you know, I wanted to talk about, you know, another time, mothers and fathers. You're going to breed, then you need to learn about the booby traps of having your child, your precious cargo, have a chance to be able to be healthy. A chance. 1 out of 40 are autistic. ADHD. No, guys, okay? You're doing it to your children. Shut the Wi-Fi off. Get hardlined again. Use these phones as a tool. Do not play with them. You want to play with your Facebook and stuff? Go on your computer. Okay? Don't touch the laptop. Get it away from you. Buy another set of these. Remember, I go in depth with these on how to upgrade your kitchen. I call it an earther kitchen. Upgrade your bathroom. Earther bathroom. And an earther bathroom is from earthling to earther. It just means you're sustainable. You're an earther when you know, when you're in the know. And you're an earthling when you can't say no. N-O. So, all right. Anyways.
Yeah, well, so I would love to do another segment on that topic with you. We'll set that up together. And just on a concluding point here, because ultimately we're all about the solution, and how would you even know what the solution is if you don't even know what the obstructions are in the first place? Where is the solution, otherwise known as your website and your Earther Academy, where people can get really expert guidance from you and other student teachers, and the incredible superfood and supplement and upgrade kits that you offer people in a really affordable and accessible way?
Well, they're just tools too. And you know, the tools that you need, some of them you have to be smart where you get them, is because a lot of them are diluted.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to sell you water. And anybody that does, guys, you already know who you are. I'm not saying any names. That's sort of criminal. Why don't you sell them the concentrate instead of sell them, just for one instance, just real quick. I didn't bring my stuff here, but I was going to say fulvic acid should be about a pH of 2. How do you think you're going to get the wrinkles off with a pH of 7? That's gross. Not even, there's nothing in it. pH of 7. That's like that little bottle I have, 2.2 pH to a pH of, let's say, 4. Okay? Just that much dilution. Every time you go up 1 pH, it's 10 times. So you go up a 2 to a 3, that's 10. Okay? A 2 to a 4 is 100. That means I could make with my little bottle 100 bottles of this pH of 4. What do you think happens when you go up to a pH of 5? Okay? It's 10 times 10 times 10. I can make 1,000 bottles now. I didn't even get to pH 6 or 7 yet. It's a joke. Okay? And like I said, guys, you know who you are. Okay? Diluting minerals down. Okay? And just like sort of like a recreational street drug salesman cutting his drugs with whatever. So he could what? Stretch it out. Why? Because it's all business. Business, brother. It's business. I know. It's all business. So Earthshift products is where, earthshiftproducts.com is where you can get a lot of the concentrated things. And we have a lot of recommended products also that I have on the Earther Academy site that I hook you straight through Amazon. Like here, I got this for my birthday. This is a premium silicon enema bag. It's got to be the right type with the coffee that we produce. Light coffee. You don't do medium roast. You don't do dark roast, Italian roast, guys. That's poison. And everybody's teaching it, even the teachers, the so-called healers. Don't call yourself healers, guys, okay, because you're making yourself feel dumb. It's because the body heals itself. You're a guide. You're not a healer. And if you are, then take your clothes off and show me you've healed thyself. No say, have you done it to yourself? How the heck can you help anybody else? So it's light roast because you want the highest amount of caffeine and you want the highest amount of the acids that are good in here without burning the bean. This green. It's green bean, and then we roast it only like 11 minutes just to open up the caffeine. And then you brew this, okay? So it's called enema coffee. You can drink it. It has no flavor, but it's got super power, tons of caffeine in it. Remember, the more you roast, the less caffeine you get. Okay, you want caffeine. That's why you're doing this. And number 2, you lose the beneficial oils and they get burnt and you get polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which is poison. It's like charcoaling, burning your stuff in a grill. Okay, it's not activated charcoal, guys. Okay, no, that's burnt. It's taking oils and burning them beyond, and they turn into a poisonous soot. Okay, so eartheracademy.com is where we, again, share our personal secrets. And again, I've invited you to be able to be a student. I'm a student, facilitator, teacher of myself, and I share with people basically things I've gone through. Okay, and we all have a different way of doing things, but we know that we can share with people how to get the engine started. And then you may need some guidance on level 2, level 3. But the first thing is guidance, just to get yourself going. Clean out your kitchen, clean out your bathroom with all your chemicals, change your water a little bit, a step at a time, baby steps. So when you do sign up for the newsletter, guys, we've got about 6 or 7 good private videos that I'd like for you to see, but you got to sign up for the newsletter. I don't want to get in trouble. Just watch them. Okay. Remember, you're just watching things. Don't believe me, and see if it makes sense. Okay. To your mind. And if it doesn't, then maybe you're not ready yet to go ahead and actually see further. And just because you look up anything, the first thing you see on that Google search doesn't necessarily mean it's the best to look at, because social engineering is, they know you people so good and they know you go to the top because, oh, it's the most trendy. Oh, everybody's watched this. No, how about the system wants you to see that, like early death from distilled water? Sorry, guys. I don't think that's real. Remember, nature's children are fed, nature's children, including us, by the rain. which is pure condensed solar radiation distilled water. As it comes down in the atmosphere, it picks up poison. This is how we clean the earth. All your cells are transposed with distilled water. All of your foods. Look, what's this got in it? Distilled water. Oh, mountain spring water? Guys, you're drinking a bunch of bloody rocks. Your kidneys are plugged anyways. So why are you drinking rocks? Do you think you can go ahead and actually absorb those rocks? I see so many people. And again, I see these people pushing all these springs. Take your clothes off and show me that you're not clogged. You can't, and you won't. It's because, No, your body is transparent. It's just a water bottle. And if it's dirty, then what happens? You accumulate. And if you accumulate, then now you have the house that creatures love to be able to live within you because you're a free ride for them. Sorry, guys, the distilled water breaks down all the oxalates, and that's basically every disease you can swing an axe at. Brain sand, kidney stones, gallstones, arterial sclerosis, atherosclerosis, sore muscles, okay? All of your oxalates in your joints, fingers, it's poisoning, oxalate poisoning. It's oxalates turning the body into a pillar of salt. Okay, these are inorganic minerals. Of course, this breaks down minerals, only the crappy ones, inorganic. It doesn't hurt you a bit. In fact, you're made up of it. Remember, your sperm is 92% water, isn't it? Huh. Your blood is over 80%. Wait a minute, we're all water. And you eat food for one reason only, because it's pure pleasure. So just remember that, guys. And once you get rid of a lot of the creatures out of your system, you're just going to notice that you're gonna feel good. Is because, you know why? Because you're taking in good fuel, and you're going to go through turbulence. So, and if you don't, you're just lucky, but you will. Why? Because what lives inside you is going to complain. I want my processed foods. I want sugar. I want to smoke. And if you're going to smoke, then smoke organic. People, I see people smoking, vegans and all these people, right? And they're so tight on this part, putting cell phones up to their head, and you're not being smart. Smoking a cigarette, it's organic. I don't care if the paper's not, the filters. You either smoke out of a glass water pipe. That's it. And you never light up with a lighter. You light up beeswax, okay, on hemp line first to get the benzene away. You know, all these people smoking weed. I just laugh now. I'm thinking, whoa, no wonder everybody's sick. The tobacco will not kill you, won't hurt you a bit. Okay, this is what's called the father entity. Okay, Santa Maria is cannabis, and that is the female entity. And these are both herbs. And they will not hurt you if they are pure. And if you actually use them in essence and not in some form of addiction. They're ceremonial. They're not for you to, when I was remember in the Amazon, they wouldn't let us drink none of it. We had to smoke these big things of tobacco, Amazonian tobacco called pacha. They wanted you to get the nicotine in your system to activate your brain. That's what it does. It activates the brain. Nicotine, that's why you feel it in your head. You go, whoa, but not the cancer stick. Remember, look up average chemicals in cigarettes or toxic cigarettes, chemicals. I won't say the name, but there's over 4,000 in one of your most popular brands. Ha! And that's not even talking about all the ones that mix with each other in the grand soup of whatever. And how you getting it out of your body now? Remember, they're chemicals, I said. Chemicals do not get broken down. You may piss a little bit of it out. Okay, you're not sweating, you're not drinking distilled water, you're not doing all these things. And then basically, guys, I'm sorry, like you said, you're living in the city, every breath you take, cars, you think they're kicking out. Oh, they got smog equipment on them. Guys, wake up. Okay, afternoon in Los Angeles is 12 to 13% oxygen. You need 20 minimum oxygen. Okay, and there are therapies that you can add to your body. Okay, I have a H2O2 protocols that I share with people, how to hyperoxygenate your system slowly over time. Since you work in an office all day, since you are using your air conditioning and whatever it is, your heater and whatever you're doing, guys, there's no oxygen in that stuff. And you wonder why you're so tired and you get the flu all the time. Is it a magical thing every time what? It gets like a change of season, you get the flu? I wonder why. Remember that, okay? You get dehydrated, guys. It's cold now. I go in the house and turn the heater on. And now it's warm. I turn the air conditioner on. Okay, you dummies. Sorry, you're hydrated. No, you're dehydrated. And what kind of do you need? Gallon a day will keep every doctor away. If not, well, that's fine. And then you'll meet one of the doctors, and they're going to have to give you the magic remedies: cut, burn, poison. That's all they can do. And of course, they do help when needed. You bet. Saved my life many times. But curative, they don't cure, they manage. Go to the emergency. That's pretty curative. You break a leg, they will help you. You've saved my life many times. Okay. But if you go to doctors and you think that a pill is going to remedy your dysfunction, you are just bamboozled. That's called buffoonery, just so you know, buffoonery. Okay, and you should remember it's synthetic chemical. And the doctor most likely just got notice of it by his drug rep. Okay, give these to your patients and see what happens to them. All right, and then write a script and we'll give you a commission. Here, give this person chemotherapy and we'll give you a commission. Whoa, I didn't know doctors and car salesmen got commission. Okay, guys, again, you better become your own doctors. And all I can do is say thank you very much, Ronnie, for doing this interview. Sorry, I ate some chocolate today, so I'm chatty Cathy.
Oh my goodness, it's always such a pleasure to talk to you, and I always have to make extra space and time because there's no telling where we're going to go, because you're just one incredible vault of knowledge, and just your willingness and unfilteredness to share the truth, and the truth as you see it, and to help people no matter how it comes out, but really just to share the truth, because ultimately in your heart, you're here to help. And that's why I love being able to connect with you and have you on the show and share with my audience, because that's what this is all about. So thank you.
I'm glad, again, this is our second round. So, and again, I invite you to come to Earth because you have graduated, in my sense, brother. You're doing the work. You're doing the work. Okay? Why? Because you've gone through the tribulations and trials of mental, emotional, and physical sickness. Yes, you have. Okay? And those are people in my book that are what I want to really work with. People not just think they're smart. You never even been bloody sick, guys. No, you need to dig deep. You got back pain? Oh, really? No, if you've had back pain, then you know that that's a miserable condition and it's an inflammatory system, usually dehydrated, whatever it is. I can help you with that. Okay? There's no magic pill. Oh, you're going to take Advil. Oh, I'm going to take Tylenol. Again, the magic pill. Get that out of your head. And they do help you when needed. I'm not saying that. They do help you when needed. So just be careful with them, though. Take opioids for a week and see what happens to you. Okay. I can't shut up. But anyways, last thing, when I was on morphine, okay, in the hospital, okay, they gave me morphine when I went in for my viper bite. I had severe pain. Remember, my whole arm, I got bit by the viper. I took 66 vials of anti-venom, $600,000 in bills in 6 days, $100,000 a day. And this thing, my arm sore. It kept swelling. They kept marking it with marks as the poison was going up and going up. Under my arm, I had a big ball this big, and all the way down to my waist. This side was like 50 pounds overweight, and this side had abs. Okay? And they cut me off. The doctor goes, okay, he says, we're going to stop you with the morphine now because the venom is stopped. And he says, you're going to have to get multiple surgeries after this, and everything is because you're probably going to get gangrene. And my son's looking at, him going, look at the pictures, Dad, of the Southern Pacific rattlesnake. What happens to people? Yeah, you get about 10 surgeries. And you're lucky if your arm after that even works or they cut it off. So, shoot, what was I going to say? What was I just talking about? I got too much in my head. What was I just saying a second ago, just to tie this last knot?
The opiates.
Oh, they put me on morphine, okay? And I didn't care about anything. I was happy as heck, okay? And then when they took me off of that, whoa, cold turkey too. And I asked them, hey man, I need another shot, man. I can't sleep and I'm sweating like crazy. okay, going through the withdrawals, and you will go through withdrawals, guys, and Earth Academy teaches you to do it slowly. Slowly. Don't think you're going to jump off the bridge. I'd go watch some people first that jumped and make sure that you're going to jump in the spot they did, because maybe you just saw them jump, but you didn't see where they jumped. Okay, you got to go ahead and have other people be able to, sort of go out in front of the the jungle and get down the path so you can follow a path, because you're following a pig trail, and that's not the right trail, guys. It's a trail, but this is the real trail. So, all right, anyways, we'll give you double chakas, brother. Thank you so much. All
Love
right.
you so much. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your wisdom. And we will set up another round to really dive into the topic that you proposed as well.
And we can do some of these way higher layer, deeper layers on Earth Academy.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is where we can actually show protocols, practices, and principles. All we can do now is talk. How about don't tell me, show me.
Mm-hmm.
Show me. That's Earth Academy. Don't tell me, show me. Show, tell, and then once you go ahead and show and tell, what are you supposed to do if it's real? You share. Show, tell, and share. That's it.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, friends. Thank you.
How long did we go for?